Okay. Okay, finally we ended up with Java. So that took almost 2 months, right? 2 months. So we'll start now the main functional tool, that is Selenium tool. Okay. So what is automation? First of all, these tools are used for automation, right? What is automation? And so what are the advantages of automation? So automation is basically it reduces the manual effort. Otherwise, you have to do daily or every release manually. You have to do everything. So all the test cases you have to execute manually. So that's a bit tedious job. So in order to overcome that tedious job, and also to support current agile environments. Agility means so quicker releases will be there. Every 2 weeks releases will be there. And every 2 weeks release means it's very difficult to support that. And every time you want to do regression manual regressions, it's a very difficult because you have a lot of test cases, right? All the test cases, if you want to execute, it's very challenging. And also you have to sit, sometimes it will take more time also. But the regressions cannot be waited so long. In order to overcome that, so we have automation. Automation is the process of automating the repeatable tasks, repeatable actions using some software tool and programming language, and that can be run regularly, automatically, so it can be run. So basically automation is a process of automating the repeatable tasks using some software tool and a programming language that can supplement the manual tasks. So that is called automation. So automation advantages are efficiency. One time if you write the code, and that will be used several, every day you can use that, and its execution is very faster and more accurately it will give you results to us. It saves the time and resources. That's the first advantage. Second advantage is repeatability. So you can run multiple times with the consistent results. Same test script you can use, automation test script, to run your manual effort. So whatever you manually you are doing, that will be overcome, and same automation test script you can use a number of times. Maybe after bug fixes, any regression testing if you want to do, that time you also can run. Bug fixes time also you want to run one more time. In the same area bug fix happened and you want to make sure whether it is working properly or not now. So you can run them back again. So and also coverage. If you follow all the manual test cases and all the steps included in your automation, it will give you a good coverage in a shorter time, right? One time while designing the test case may take more time, but after designing the test cases, and it will give you more effort, more coverage. Coverage means you are testing the developer code effectively. So that's the coverage. So more code you are covering due to your automation test steps. Reliability, you can trust, so more than a manual, right? it is less prone to human errors. So that's why it's more reliable than manual testing. Manual testing, suppose one day you will you will do properly, and another day you might miss some steps. But automation is not like that. If you set up the steps properly, and automatically it will be run. That's this automation. So these are all advantages, and you can run multiple browsers, and you can run multiple operating systems, same test cases, same automated test case. You can run on multiple operating systems, multiple browsers, multiple devices. Even device testing also you can do if automation is there. And these are all different advantages. Functional testing you can do end to end. You can do regression. You can do all kinds of testing you can perform with automation. So, but automation testing is not substitute for manual testing. You have to do manual testing at least once for the new features. Once a new feature is done, ready for automation, then you have to do automation. But at least once you have to do manual testing. So when you will go for automation, so when you can go for automation testing, so there are different factors that influence the automation testing is mandatory while testing the applications. So application complexity. So applications that have high complexity, so with many interdependent components, a large number of test cases are good for automation testing. Complex applications, more test cases are there, and that time you can go for automation. That's one point. Second point, so frequently you need to test. More releases are there, shorter releases are there, and more releases are happening, and the more changes are happening, then you cannot do manual testing every release, shorter releases. That's very difficult and tedious task. In order to overcome that, frequent releases are happening, and more changes are happening, and this is the ideal place for the automation. So repeatability, applications that have test cases that need to be run multiple times with the consistent results. So then you can go for the automation. That means it's a regression testing. So that's a good candidate for same flow you are doing manually every day. In order to do that, you can automate it, right? You can automate it, and you can run it instead of doing manually. So, and also high risk applications are there, like more bugs are coming, to catch them, and this automation is one of the good candidate. So cost, automation testing can be more expensive because you have to pay a lot for the automation testers as like a developers, right? You are like a developer, you are not like a manual tester. So in order to but it will cost is more, but it reduces the human resources. You don't need more resources if automation testing is in place. That's why cost also, for one person, one automation person, you can pay instead of 2-3 manual testers. That's the thing nowadays. That's why nobody prefer the manual testers, and they will take the automation testers, and they can use for both the purposes, manual and automation, both can be done. Okay, so that's the ideal candidates for manual testing to automation. So when you should not go for automation? So automation sometimes not required. So when you don't need that. So when the application is in the early stages of development, so then it's not ideal for the automation testing, because application should be stable, and no, then only you can automate the scenarios. Otherwise, it's not possible. If you do that and your testers keep failing, that's why application should be stable first. If it is not stable, you cannot automate that. So when the application has a shorter lifespan, so the application is very small application and not much no changes, then no need to spend much time on the automation. So, and also application has a complex user interfaces. So automation testing can be a challenging for applications with a complex user interfaces. It can be difficult to automate it, that user interactions uh, with the application. So such kind of applications you cannot automate. So when the application requires significant manual testing, sometimes of testing, usability testing, exploratory testing, so maybe more effectively performed manually rather than automation. So such cases we cannot automate. So when the application has a very low risk, not having much defects, and it's not critical to the organization, maybe internal applications, you don't need to automate them. One time if you do, and so you can just leave it, because not much changes, right? Such cases you don't need to automate them, such kind of applications. So these are the points people will ask when you can go for automation, when you don't need to go for automation. Please have these points at least theoretical. So that's important thing. Now, to support this automation, there are many tools in the market. So the functional test tools are there, performance test tools are there, and security testing tools also there. But we are all comes under manual functional testing. The functional testing again front end testing and back end testing will be there. But yeah, so there are many tools in the market. Let's discuss the popular tools. A very established tool is a Selenium, and then QTP. Now it is called Unified Functional Test Tool, UFT we call that. Playwright, the upcoming popular tool. Cypress. So these are the functional test tools, and these functional test tools will help us to do your functional automation with so using these tools, and different languages also they will support. We'll learn that. So Selenium is a popular automation test tool, and then now it's upcoming another tool is a Playwright, Cypress. These are the three tools, functional test tools, very popular in the market. So you can use any one of them, but most of the companies will use Selenium. Now people are migrating to Playwright and Cypress. Cypress, Playwright, these are another popular tools. So better to have a knowledge and experience on the Playwright and Cypress also. So that will help you. But one tool, if you learn, other tools are easy. So same function, same thing, it will be used. Okay, now, so what is this Selenium? And what is UFT? And we'll discuss all these pros and cons when this tool has come. So Selenium first introduced in 2004 by ThoughtWorks company. I don't know how many of you heard about ThoughtWorks company. It's one of the very famous product-based company, and they will develop their own tools, and it's so going on. But so while releasing the Selenium to the market, they introduced a few tools, few components of Selenium. So what are all those components? They released Selenium IDE, Selenium remote control, Selenium grid. When they released it first time, so these three components of Selenium released: Selenium IDE, Selenium grid, Selenium remote control. But what about this are Selenium WebDriver? So this came in the middle, okay? But there is no Selenium remote control now. The Selenium remote control is replaced with the Selenium WebDriver. So that is the one. But let's understand what is this Selenium IDE, Selenium grid, and Selenium WebDriver. So the official website for Selenium information is selenium.dev. Okay, so this is the official website. So you can go and here you can find out all the Selenium related downloadables, documentation, everything they are maintaining here. Okay, so this is the tool Selenium. So these are the tools I was talking: Selenium IDE, Selenium Grid, Selenium WebDriver. But so sir, you are telling Selenium WebDriver is recently came, but not recently. In 2009 and 8, it became very popular. Before this, there was a Selenium remote control tool and another component. These are all different components of Selenium. So Selenium is a suite of tools. A suite of tools means a combination of tools, right? So let's understand first what is Selenium IDE. Selenium IDE is Selenium Integrated Development Environment, which is a plugin for the browser, and you can do a record and playback. So you can record your user interactions with the browser, then that will be rerun back. You don't need to write the code here. So that's a record and playback tool, this Selenium IDE. That's what, see the camera I can write. So that means it records and you can run it back. So your user interactions, for example, I have gone here and so I search something, and all this you can just do that, right? So for example, if you do, I came here and I am searching all these actions, it will be recorded automatically. Okay, it will be recorded automatically. So these actions, for example, I am doing a lot of this, right? So all this, so actions, whatever the actions I am doing, so these actions will be recorded. So recorded and automatically those will be so rerun back. You can run it back whenever you want. You can run it back, right? So you can run it back and you can do whatever the actions you are doing, you can run it back. So once you run it, and it's same, whatever the actions you did manually, same will be run. So that you will record the automation test script by this tool, and you can run it back. So then you can export to different languages also. What are the languages you want, you can so export it. Like you generated a Selenium IDE test script in the recorded mode. The same one you can export to Java testng format, or C# NUnit format, or Python PyTest format. These are all the different language framework format you can export the recorded script. So you can, even novice person also can come and use this tool, right? You don't need to write any code here. Just plug it to your browser, this tool, and open that tool, and then give your website, which website you want to automate, and open the tool. So this is the tool, this one. So Selenium IDE, this is the one. So this is the Selenium IDE tool, and you can plug it to browser, just a plugin to the browsers. Which browsers? Now latest Selenium will support Selenium will support Firefox browser, Chrome browser, Edge browsers. For all these three browsers, you can add as a plugin, and then you can so run record and run it back. So let me show you that. So first I'll uninstall this. Let me uninstall this Selenium ID, right? So I'm removing from Chrome. Okay, let's remove this and I'll install. So how to install this? Just go to downloads and you can just see there is a Selenium IDE section. Selenium IDE is a Chrome Firefox Edge plugin which records and plays back user interactions with the browser. That means you first install the Selenium IDE in the browser and then you can open it and you can record whatever the actions you are doing on the browser. Then you can run it back. So mainly used for exploratory testing purpose. Any bug reproducible steps if you want to do, you can do with this Selenium IDE tool. Okay. So, and see, this is the wherever latest versions, if you want, just click on that browser and you can install. So I'm clicking on this Chrome, see add to Chrome. Right, just click on add to Chrome. Okay, simply please install, you also install, it's very quicker. It doesn't take much time. Okay, so if you want, so let me ping this in the chat. So you can just click on this link. Okay, so I pinged in the chat. Just so open add to Chrome, add extension. That's how to install. This Selenium ID has been added to Chrome. So use this extension by clicking on this icon. Manage your extensions by clicking extensions in the tools menu. Okay, so ready. So if you want, I can pin it. Let me pin it. So I'll pin there. This is the one. So now Selenium is open. Selenium ID is open. So it's very quicker installation. So you don't need no more time. Okay. Now I want to record a new test in a new project. How to record? Just record it. Click on this and give the project name. Side demo. The project name I have given and URL, which URL you want to automate. So I'm just giving HTTPS. So I'm giving a google.com. Okay. So Google will open there. Okay. Start recording. A new browser will open for you. Okay. A new browser will open. See, completely new browser. And I'm just typing Selenium and press enter key. And then so you can see all different images, shopping, and right, so you can just go back one step and whatever you want, you can do that. And then I'm going for the Selenium website. So I can click on this Selenium website. See that I came back here, downloads. Yeah, so that's what I am doing, right? So this is the actions you can do. Okay, you stop it. See, it recorded all the actions. So you can see here, it recorded all the actions. You can stop it here. The red icon is blinking, right? Just stop recording and give the test name. So Google test. Click on OK. Okay. So that's it. See that all the test case is recorded. You can see here. So test is recorded. See, open. These are a command, target, value. Command means the Selenium methods. Selenium methods. And the target means on which element you are doing action. And the value is what value you have inputted. So that's the, see when the type you're typing this Selenium word in this address. So there are so many addresses it is giving, okay? And like mouse over, uh, just click, 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 click. There are multiple clicks happened here, okay? So that's the one. Let's run it back, okay? How to run it back? So you can see here, and you can run it back. It will open again the browser. So what are the actions you did? So it presses the enter key and it is going for, see, it is going and next. And this browser actions not able to do that. So that's a problem and it failed. So it failed and it didn't get that. Maybe we can delete these things. So delete those steps, any steps which are difficult to understand. Yeah. Okay, let's see again, we'll run it. So rerun it. Okay, failed. It didn't get images, it went. Something wrong here.
Ramesh, it might be page loading delay.
No, no, not delay, but yeah, we didn't do proper recording. So it went to images, then it is looking for the something that is not there. That's a problem. Documentation, yeah. So we didn't record it properly. Maybe this clicking on this, again going for all, that is missing. So we can record it back again. So leave it and let me record it again. Yeah, so you have to record properly. If you don't record and it won't work out. That's the no this. Let me close this all these things. Okay, I'll take it. No fresh one. Let's take it. Amazon, okay, or LinkedIn.com. HTTPS LinkedIn.com. I'll just do some actions, okay? Let's see it is. Oh, so we did HTTPS. .com. See, LinkedIn.com will open. Oh, it logged in already. Yeah, fine, whatever it is. Not sure that time it will work or not. You can just put. Again, I'll click new, I'll click jobs, messaging. Yeah, something I just got it. Okay. So now I'll stop it. Let's stop it. Not sure it will ask for the sign in. Great test. Okay. Rerun. Just click on this button. Yeah. Good. We are good. Right now it is going properly. Home. So we went to profile. Should go to profile. Right. So somewhere failed. Let's wait. So these are all see, okay, pass, but one is failing. Okay, it went finally. Yeah, it is doing all the actions, right? Exactly, it is a, so LinkedIn test completed successfully. Okay, so that's how you can see record. So all this in green color. A lot of things improved here in the Selenium, latest Selenium, and see every step is passed or failed, you can find out here. So that's a record and playback. But how can I export this? So just click on this, so you can see export. You have options here. So JavaScript Mocha, Python PyTest, Ruby RSpec, anything. So let me export to Java JUnit. We know Java JUnit, right? Include origin, tracing, code comments, include step descriptions as separate comment, export for use and Selenium grade. All right. Selenium grade is a little bit different, but yeah, we don't want. I want export this. See, I can export, see, .java file. It is saving to .java file. I'll just save it here. Okay. And you can go and open that. So, and you can just see the code as it is. See, this is the one, right? Just now we saved it, edit. See, all the Java code. See, import statements and the class name, whatever the name we have given, that is the class name, and all WebDriver code. See, WebDriver code is started. I told you already. Interface, the variable, that variable value I'm just using, I'm creating object for the browser class. So like this is all framework. So they have given very clearly step by step. Okay. So all the step by step comments, they are given what you are doing, everything, the code is generated. So much, manual effort, it will be reduced. Automatically you can convert to whatever the, so language you want. So that's a simple thing, one way to record, and you can export it to particular languages. Okay, so that's it about Selenium IDE. Let's join back and we'll discuss on Selenium WebDriver and Selenium Grid, these two components.